Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Keita Adams here with Everything is Relationship. And this video is strictly going to be like informational things about me, so you know like who I am and what I am about and why I'm doing this channel and why am I speaking up now and things like that. So my name is Keita Adams. I currently live in Austin, Texas. I will be making a move and jump to Las Vegas this summer. I am a high school teacher at the moment, but I'm also a life and relationship coach strictly for the LGBTQ community. And this is my last year teaching, and I'm going to be working with singles and people in relationships and really tackling and also taking on parents and kids from when they come out and when they transition. And my ultimately, I guess, like life mission, so to speak, is going to be decreasing the suicide rate and the homelessness in the LGBTQ community. Some people have asked me, like, why did I choose to name Everything as Relationship? And it's because I firmly believe that everything we do, whether you're someone that you want to get into the dating world, or you want your relationships to be better, or you're a kid that wants to come out, or you're a parent that wants to understand, like, all aspects of what we do are about relationships. Like how you react to your boss at work probably has a lot to do with like the relationship with your parents or your past dating relationships. And so I think for me, for the LGBTQ community, because we have so many issues with like kids coming out and then they're getting kicked out, or I'm going to share a little bit about my story later, like hearing a little bit with my parents and with the church. I think there's a lot of things that we haven't yet healed in our past that's affecting us in our current relationship. So I do firmly believe that everything we do is a relationship. So why am I strictly working with the LGBTQ community? Because I want to be the go-to. I am a Black gay woman, and it's something that's near and dear to my heart. I think that we're losing too many of our LGBTQ kids. We're losing a lot of trans men and women of color at such a young age. And I think there's a healing process that our community needs and yearns for. And there are people that want to specialize in their community, but I don't want to specialize. I want to help. I want to dig into our community, and I want to be the one that people call, that people text, that people message, that people DM when they need help, if they need understanding, if they want someone to talk to, if they're struggling, if they want to date, if they want to improve their relationships, if you're a parent and you want to understand what your kid is going through, you want to rebuild the foundation of your of the relationship with your kid, and same thing vice versa. Like if you're a kid and you want your parents to understand but you need support in that, like I want to be the go-to, and I'm making it my life mission to be the person that you contact when you need help in that area. So another question I get often, let me just share a little bit about my story. So I came out, I guess somewhere I was like 17, 18 years old. It's so funny like how it came out. So we were having a conversation about the Bible, and I think we were talking about like crystals and things like that, because my stones, because my friend Maria had given me a stone, and my mom was like, this is like devil worshiping, but it was like a money stone that I needed to hold on to, and I had a protection stone that she gave me. And so my mom thought it was like this whole weird like devil worshiping thing. And so we were talking about how like amethyst and quartz and those different things like show up in the Bible. And I remember sitting on my kitchen counter, and my friend Trish was coming to get me. I was going to go to Dallas for the weekend, and Trish pulls in to the driveway, she honks the horn, and I jump off my kitchen counter, grab my bag, and I say, well, I'm gay, so I guess I'm going to hell anyway. And then was like, peace, I'm out for the weekend. So that's how that went down. Which I think my mom kind of suspected anyway, just because of some things that happened. Oh, come here. It's my dog. Just because of some things that happened. Hi, this is Sunny. It's my girlfriend's dog. Well, he's my dog now. But just because of some things that like had happened before, like my senior year of high school. But yeah, so I did that. I spent the weekend in Dallas. my mom and I had a conversation. I asked my mom not to tell my dad, and she told my dad anyway. So then he proceeded to call and tell me that I was going to hell, basically. And so I've like really had an issue of like, my parents struggling with me being gay. And so there's moments, in that moment I got really upset with my mom, and so our relationship was strained because she told my dad and I asked her not to. And so I think she accepted it because she didn't really want to lose me, not because she was okay with it. But my dad always struggled with it. And so we've been really back and forth about it. And so one time in particular, I went to church with my dad, and we were at this all-night prayer thing, and I actually got pulled up to the front of the church. A bunch of people that I didn't know laid their hands on me, basically tried to pray away the gay. And and I was like, don't touch me. And I flipped out, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I called my mom for her to come and get me. And it's just been rocky, like with my dad, with the church and everything ever since. And it was just until recently that I really just had to set a boundary with my dad. My dad came to visit me in Austin, and he just like flipped about me being gay and like God and all that stuff. And so we didn't talk for a while. We didn't talk for a couple months because I told him like I'm not your gay daughter. Like, I'm just your daughter. Like, you don't walk around like telling people this is my black daughter or whatever, like I'm just your daughter. And I'm like, and if we're gonna have a conversation about me being gay all the time, then we can't talk. And, like, I know people are like, man, but that's your dad, blah, blah. But look, like, I tell people all the time, like, family, they don't get a pass to treat you like crap just because you're blood and just because you were born into, their bloodline. That doesn't give them reason to, like, bash on you and all this other kind of stuff, just because, right? So I think it's important to set boundaries, and I haven't ever really been a person to set boundaries up until recently. And so, so I've had to deal with things, with my dad, and, eventually my dad called me. He got mad. He didn't talk to me for a few months, but eventually he called me, and, he apologized, and he has his beliefs and I have mine, and that's fine. But that doesn't mean that, like, we have to have this strained relationship. And so we've really been working on just like, even now, like, it's constant communication, and it's constant appreciation, and it's constant just like understanding that we disagree on a lot of things, but that we can still somewhat have a relationship. Another thing I get, right, is why relationships, right? There's this whole big realm of things. One, I do believe that, like I said, everything we do is about relationship. But I also know, like, for my personal relationship, for my personal dating life, I really had to go back and deal with things with my parents. I had to go back and deal with things, like, in the church. I had to go back and really look at the relationships that I grew up on seeing. Like, I didn't grow up seeing great relationships, and I think a lot of people get scared to be in a relationship, or they don't know how to be in a successful relationship. And so I want to show people that, like, yeah, there's some things for you to deal with, and that you can get complete with, and that you can see where all of these limiting beliefs and patterns come in that'll have you have a successful dating life, that'll have you have a successful relationship and marriage and, work life, and have a great relationship with yourself, because ultimately, like, that's where it all starts. And I think that, like, if you can have a great relationship with yourself, you have a great relationship with your partner. If you can have a great relationship with yourself, you can have a great relationship with a coworker or with your boss. Or if you're the boss, you can have a great relationship with your employees, because there's something whole and complete, like, really about you, and that you've dealt with things. And so I want to bring awareness to people in regards to themselves, in regards to the relationships that they grew up seeing and how that shapes them now, bring awareness to their limiting beliefs, like all of that. So that's why I'm really in this. That's what I'm about. Like, I'm in a relationship right now. It's actually a long distance relationship. I live in Texas. She lives here in Las Vegas, but, like, we make it work. She's a freelance makeup artist. I'm working doing my own business, but like we have worked it out enough to where we have seen each other every 2 weeks for what, like 9 months. So we're going on a year, and it's gonna be great. And so we both have done a lot of work on one another, or done a lot of work on ourselves, not on one another, because it's never about the other person. We have open communication, and that's going to be something that hopefully, I'll be able to share with you guys if she's willing. But yeah, this is what this channel is going to be about. Like, yeah, I'm going to give some dating tips. I'm going to give some relationship tips. Going to give you some things to look at in regards to like yourself. Gonna, really talk about some things just about our LGBTQ community, just like all together. But I look forward to this journey, and being able to speak to people, one, that look like me, to our people in the LGBTQ plus community, to people that are questioning, to people that just don't know, to the youngsters that are coming up, and also, to parents that want to understand, to adults that want to understand, because they think that the large part of why parents freak out, number one, there's like a lot of blame, shame, and guilt, and we'll talk about that. Like, that comes from your past, not from your kids, right? So we can talk about that, but also, like, there's just a lack of understanding. Like, maybe they don't know, they can Google things all the time, but their older generation, they're probably not going to do that. But to have somebody to talk to like, and just listen to them, I think that's important too. Like, again, this is all relationship, this is all communication, this is all listening. And so even for you parents out there, we got to tap into your life. We got to tap into like your past and your relationship with your parent, to understand why you're reacting to your queer child or your queer family member or whatever, the way that you're doing, because that has more to do with you than it does, the other person. So yeah, so like, that's who I am. This video is gonna be like super raw and uncut. Like, I'm not even gonna edit this, because I want you guys to really see like who I am and what I'm about, and and plus, this is what it is, right? I don't want this to be like clipped out or anything and it seemed really fake. Like, this is who I am 100%, and you guys are gonna be seeing a lot more of me. So hey, if there's anything that you guys want me to do a video on, or talk about, any subjects, whatever, leave those things below in the comment section, and I will get to them and give you guys everything that you need and everything that you want, to just help you out on a daily basis. Okay. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to serve our, LGBTQ community. I'm here to serve, people of color, in our community, and what that means to be LGBTQ. So I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Sonny says hi with his crazy stuff. Don't mind the Steelers thing. I didn't put that on him. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Hey. But love you guys so much. Again, hit me up in the comments. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links are all below. And I will talk to you guys soon. And remember, everything is relationship. Peace.